Well, hello, and welcome to Mars Plays Games. We are on the midweek stream. It is a Wednesday, and we are taking a look at Reshaping Mars on the PC. This is a game from March 2023, and it is a simulation strategy base building colony sim 4X grand strategy space 3D game, apparently, according to the tags. According to the description, it is a colony simulation game on Mars. You will start by gathering resources, storing food, accepting immigrants, and building a better colony together. Together with whom, I'm not sure. Develop a powerful technology for Mars, reshaping... What? That doesn't make sense. Develop powerful technologies for Mars reshaping. Make Mars great again. Sorry, just great. Don't forget to make the residents happy. So this has got very positive reviews. 85% of the 720 of them. And that music seems to have gotten very, very loud again. Even though I've set it down. But I shall have to adjust that some more, it will seem. We will have a look at the options. We have music and sound effects, sliders, and the master volume. Good. We have some game options here. Auto save over 10 days. Keyboard scroll speed. We can scale the UI up a little bit, can we? That doesn't appear to be making any difference. We got a developer mode and a click to reset camera angle. Lovely. They do seem to be using a sensible font at least. We're playing this at 1440p, proper full screen this one is. You also have windowed full screen, windowed borderless, and windowed. That's all your graphic options. You've got nothing here. Other than that, there are no settings for Ultra or anything else. And then we have some shortcut keys. So we're going to start a new game. We're going to do a mod to config there. Not sure what that's all about. Maybe you can do some kind of further modifications with some keywords and things. It's not explained it, so we're going to leave that alone. We're going to play a new game. We are, of course, Fuddy. And our seed angry. No mandatory IDs is what we are going to be. We won't enable the console. We won't skip the opening. Standard mode, super rich. Oh, looks like these are locked anyway. We have to clear the level in standard mode, or the in-game time exceeds 1 Martian years. Same for that. In fact, all of those have the same criteria, which is good because it means you'll probably unlock those quite quickly. So let's continue with that. In the mid-21st century, Terra underwent an explosive population growth problem, and the pressure on survival increased sharply. With the deterioration of the ecology, the land resources on which human beings rely for survival had plummeted, and the forces of many countries are openly fighting and secretly for these crowded living spaces. Over the years, the United Nations Space Agency lobbied from various parties. Went off before I could read the end of it, so probably not that important. Elevation's too low. The final part of the Mars space station has been fitted and all systems are now operational. This tutorial will guide you through glory on your journey to build Mars up from scratch. First, use the middle mouse button to track the camera. Oh, there's a pole. It's got ice. Who knew? That's a bit faster with the old mouse button. The mouse wheel can control the camera zoom. So it can. Skip. First, you must choose a starting point for your Martian base. Select one. Oh. I think that means one time probe beacon, not a one to me probe beacon. A one to me probe button. This pointer will get the shape of a target when you click the Explore Terrain button on the bottom screen. Even land situated on high ground is ideal for novices. We've highlighted some areas. Well, let's have that one then. Exploration complete. Bloody hell, this is all a bit messy, isn't it? Next, select a Martian pioneer in orbit by clicking the flashing button. I click the reaching button. Why is this so mental? Ooh. Oh yeah, that's some sound effects. Metal ore. Ice. Oh, we need ice, don't we? Because we're going to need that for water. Can we get somewhere that has all of these things together? Ice, ice, ice. No? What about there? That's ice and metal ore. That looks like quite a good spot. Metal ore and ice. Yeah, that one's good. Look, just there. We're going to go there. Cool. Not long after the Martian Pioneer pack will land at a specified landing place and thus become the first step in our Martian adventures. So we have engineering vehicles, we have metal sheets. I mean, I like tooltip text, I do. But I like tooltip text where I can see all of the tooltip, not the ones that are headed off the top of the screen. There we go. Concrete. That's what it is. So we go there, look. We can't see any of that. That ain't very good, is it? Component. I mean, you can tell when your little forms out of viewport, you know. You can do that. You can detect it. Water. So we've got water, concrete, and metal. And that's more concrete, yeah. And 3 little vehicles. And our engineering station. Electricity is the key to everything. Is it though? Let's build a wind power generator. What, on okay. I mean, the atmosphere is quite thin on Mars. Click on the highlighted build button in the bottom half of the screen, which is why they generally like solar panels. Electricity. Wind power. Yeah, don't believe the Martian, because that was a bit fake. Lay down the blueprint within the indicated orange inductance range of the engineering station. Okay, so within the orange bit. Let's put there, over there. It's going to supply 120 kilowatts. And they're using some kind of beam that sounds like a drill. Like all good beams do. As long as you have enough build materials, engineering vehicles will transport materials to the location. I think we're going to turn the sound effects down, because that is ridiculous and annoying in my ears. Where are the options? I can't get to the options. Apparently not. Ah, there we go. Sound. Let's turn that down as well. Thank you. As long as you have enough building materials, engineering vehicles will transport materials to the location of the blueprint and build the structure. Yeah, we got that. You may have noticed already, but that's the engineering vehicles going to and fro. They serve as building equipment for the base and can help build buildings. That's a lot of builds in that sentence. Engineering vehicles can only run with sufficient power. Let's build a charging station. Build charging station. Let's put that there. So we're not having to run wires. It's a very slow drill as well, isn't it? It's very, very laboured. This way, whenever the batteries of engineering vehicles run out, they can head to the nearest vacant charging station and recharge. Lovely. Feel that time is passing too slowly. That's okay. Let's speed up time. And we can do it on 1, 2, 3. That's nice. Okay, does space pause? It surely does. We can adjust the speeds at any time. Though Mars is an arid planet, nature's granted it some boons nonetheless. Which boons would they be then? Next, let's try extracting some minerals from Mars. Extract all. Well, that's good. If you don't know what's there, just extract everything. Click or slide your pointer over the ground. Sliding it. Not doing very much. I don't think you mean slide, do you? I think it probably means that. They're all going for it. Let's get some ice as well while we're at it, because that might come in handy. So we've got ice and ore. Is there anything other types? What is that? That's rare metal. We'll have some of that. How are our vehicles actually going to get up these 90-degree slopes as well? That's going to be interesting to find out. Once the command is issued, engineering vehicles will automatically begin to extract the resource. The height of the surface will be affected by resource extraction. Extracted resources will be stacked beside the engineering vehicle. Right click to exit extraction mode. Tip. Top tips now. If the engineering vehicle accidentally falls into the pit, you need to build a slope in the right direction before it can climb out by itself. Well, if I'm building the slope, it's not climbing out by itself. It's climbing out because I helped it. Slope does not consume any material. Really? In this house we obey the laws of thermodynamics. Anyway, let's walk through the process of building a slope in case we need it later. As with the previous build, click the build button. I forgot what the previous build even was. Slopes and roads. Slope. It's a bit hard to see. Can we rotate? No, we cannot. I think that's sloping the right way. At least now we know we can make material out of nothing. And that's how we get down 90-degree slopes. So that's one way to cure it. Where did we do it? Where did we do? There, it's just there. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. You can get up there to that now, but maybe we should do one this way. Cannot build on the command. What? Cannot build on the command. I'm not sure what that means, but you can't build on the command. Oh no. The terrain on Mars is rugged. When excavating and mining, we should pay more attention to whether there are engineering vehicles trapped in the pit. Well, they're not trapped anymore, are they? Next. Minerals are a basic resource which needs to be processed. Let's get started with industrial production. Well, you're not going to miss that, are you? With all those massive arrows. That's good. Click. The engineer station will call up production menu by default. New production plan. We want concrete. Okay, we've got lots of concrete already though. Click the quantity adjustment button, set it to 10. Can we just type it in? I mean, we've got a keyboard. We're not playing this with a pad, so no need to invert the y-axis, even though that is the correct way to use a pad. It will continuously produce concrete 10 times. To do that, you'll need an adequate power supply and enough materials to produce concrete. The Martian base is about to welcome its pioneer batch of immigrants. Well, we haven't even got an house yet. Yeah, we need to build infrastructure to support life on Mars. That might have been a good idea before they landed. Following the highlighted guide to build 2 collective residential cabins. Build residential cabin. Two. Ooh. That's alright. Didn't need the slope after all. Insufficient... what did that say? It disappeared before I got a chance to read it. Do we have a message queue? Insufficient maintenance item... what? Can anybody see the message queue? Or a log of previous messages. Wind pipes, electricity survey, no. Or photography made. No, we don't appear to have a window of any description. That we've got a global modifier though. That'll do anything. Yeah, so we missed that message and I've no idea what it meant, so... Not only is a roof over your head necessary, so is food to fill your belly. That just changed, even though I hadn't clicked next. We need to build 2 seaweed culture vats. We probably know the building workflow by heart already. Click build. Agriculture, seaweed. Grid supply is 156 kilowatts and our demand is currently 113. So we've got those two. Wait for the engineering vehicles to complete construction. We should be familiar with what comes next. I think we've gotten a bit ahead of ourselves there. So build my little robot thingy me jobs. So they are rather massive vehicles, aren't they? Compared to the scale of the houses. And they're like a quarter the size of the house. So, click that. Production menu, new production plan. We want, what do we want? Spirulina. Are we sure that our little residents are going to be happy eating spirulina? How many do we want to set it to? Infinity. That's a lot. Infinity is quite a lot. It's one more than infinity minus one. By doing this, the building will produce spirulina consistently. Probably mean constantly, don't you? Consistent is slightly different meaning. Alright. Don't forget to set up a production plan for the seaweed culture vat. Right, yeah, okay. I don't want to skip over that, I want to set it up. What does that do? Algae mud is good backup material for composting or producing concrete. Well, we're going to do that. We're going to do that until we have 100s. Good. Something to take note of is that you may directly control buildings but not residents. They are autonomous with their own thoughts and ideas. It all boils down to basic needs. Residents will search for the most suitable residential location and purchase food to consume from the marketplace. I've got a marketplace, so we've got to build one, have we? Services, logistics. Marketplace, it's in public services. Let's put it up there. Yeah, we've done that. We've done that. We've done that. Now it's just a matter of waiting again. Why aren't you... What are you doing? Can we prioritise this? Can we write... Oh, he's coming now. Jolly good. I don't see a way of prioritising it though. If we click on it... No, we've got jobs. We've only got one job in the queue, so maybe we can prioritise things in here, maybe. Yeah. I don't want to do that. Marketplace, do we have to... New item supply, food, spirulina. Yeah, we've done that. Set it to 100. Good. By doing so, the engineering vehicles will ensure there are 100 units of spirulina in the marketplace at all times. Well, not if we haven't got 100 available, eh? Of course, assuming you have that much. I beat you to it, you see, I beat you to it. Now everything's ready, all that remains is for the customers to come and knock in. Where are they getting their money from? There are plenty of rest pods on the space station. Inside them lies membership of the Pioneer Wave immigrants to Mars. Next, let's build a communications tower. Okay, it needs to be on the grid. I'm surprised that we haven't used all our electricity up yet, but haven't we not? It is producing. Oh, look at that. I think we ought to build another one. Can we do a copy? Build a copy. So now if we go to job, I don't think job's what I think it is actually. It is in the list of jobs that our construction vehicles have to do. Maybe task. No. Command? No. I think we should have more electricity now. So we have 192 kilowatts, which is good. I was expecting that to be close to 300, but it only seems to have added 50. Good. Click. Call rest pods. That's pretty accurate. It disappeared into the sand. The residents are in rest pods. Will officially join the efforts to build the Martian base. They aren't on vacation. I don't think they're going to roll up the sleeves though, are they? That'd be quite silly on Mars, because that would let all of the air out of your suit, and there ain't no oxygen on Mars to breathe. In buildings related to production, some positions will be made available by default. Nobody likes default. Residents will fill those vacancies and work at the buildings, increasing their production speed. If you wish to make adjustments, select a building such as the engineering station. Higher. We have shifts apparently. That is quite the screen. I can't actually tell how many people we've got working there. We can adjust the salary coefficient, which will affect the income of these employees and the willingness of residents to work here. Can we reduce it to 0? We can. We're not going to pay them anything. Employees can provide significant workload bonus into build, especially when everybody's healthy and satisfied. Pioneer resource maps are should establish a production line of basic resources. Right, okay. So we're going to need to build a material station now. Build that. It must be built on level ground. I think we're going to need, because we're going to be outside of the grid in a second. Where was that? Slopes and roads. Wrong elevation. Oh. It's really difficult to see though. There we go. We're going to wait for it to complete. Oh, I don't think we can get to that, can we? Look, our little vehicles are stuck in there. We missed that. Are we done? Oh, we're done. Excellent. Production. Add production plan. It's not add. This is your words in your little tutorial are different to the ones on your screen there. Concrete. 50. Research. Of course we want research. We're going to have a research station there. And we're going to wait for the engineering vehicles to complete the construction again. See, our little workers are still working, even though we're not paying them. And why are our... Is that right? I was going to say our windmills are turning in different directions. They are. And there's something wrong with that. I know it's because they're... I think they're the opposite way around to each other. It's hard to tell from that angle. But even so... Not sure that that makes sense. Okay, select research. What are we going to research? Apparently we're going to research power distribution. Who is doing this research? Employees. So, staff. Let's give staff 120% for working here. Workload of multiple research buildings will be added up. The more research stations add, the faster research will be unlocked. Good to know. I've already escaped from that. With the gradual development and expansion of the base, the first few engineering vehicles have become too busy. Let's build some more. And you can't build engineering vehicles by yourself. Well, how are we going to do it then? We can purchase them from the space station. We want one, do we? Let's get two. No? Apparently we can only get one. How much cash have we got? Where's our cash? It's ore, water and metal. I'm not seeing money anywhere. Ah, there's our money. Money 49,000, 50,000 now. I can't see a way of increasing the number of, that we want though. All it does is, if I double click on it, it just does that. It adds it and removes it. Can we do plus? No. Choose some other goods that you like at will. Ah, I wonder. This is just what it has in the warehouse, I think. So we can't increase the quantity. That is just how many they've got. I think that's what that means. So, I want some precision cogs, I think. Definitely want some of them. And some circuit board. Just a circuit board. And fibre board. Good. And components, why not? We have all the things. Select land site. Land just there. Good. These will be a good help for your early construction of Mars base. We can sell stuff too. Survey. Let's survey here. Good. Information transaction button. Did I miss where that was? So the information transaction button below and the information transaction will pop up. What? I don't know which one it means. Does it mean... Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Information transaction. Select all. Begin transmission. It's transmission and in progress multiple times. Didn't I just do select all? It's because it's got infinity. It's continually transmitting. All base construction is aimed at one final goal: reshaping Mars into a livable planet for human beings. So we are able to terraform. Bloody hell, that's a lot of screen. Transformation of the planet is a big job, it certainly is. Hence all of these things. You need to lay a solid industrial foundation in the base before you can meet the massive material demand during the transformation. You may have just stepped into the threshold of the transformation stage after years of infrastructure construction on Mars. But trust me, when you reach the final time when Mars is full of green, you will think it's all worth it. Congratulations, you've learned the basic commands you need to run the Martian base. Next, we can build more research buildings. For more in-depth gameplay information, please go and have a look at the game tips. We wish you a nice journey on Reshaping Mars. Well, I mean, that's not too bad a tutorial overall, and that's reasonably well done. List things like escape buttons working to close windows and that sort of stuff is really quite good. It's because it's a fairly common UI thing that you just expect to work in games, and quite often it's not implemented properly, and you push escape and it doesn't close windows. And it's quite frustrating that people are not adhering to quite common and expected UI traits. So I am glad to see that in this game. Even if some of the verbiage is a bit weirdly done. I suspect the person who wrote this English probably not their first language. So perhaps we selected a little bit too much here to survey, but never mind. So I think we should probably set up some more material stations, because those are the ones that did the construction of our raw materials, isn't they? How are we doing for power? We have a demand. Our demand is above our supply at the moment, so we probably ought to build some more power, and I think we should do some solar power. How can we do that? Metal sheets and components, I think we do have those. See, we got 50 components there, so it's a good job we chose to get those, actually. Otherwise, we may not have had enough to do these solar panels and we'd be down on power. How are we doing? We have... Oh, do we have batteries? Accumulator, maybe that is it? Yes, there we go. So that needs components and metal sheets. If we put these up here, we can store some electricity. So what else do we have? We have a private residential cabin as well. It's got a cap of 2, and that's got a cap of 5. Ah, there we go. It told us to use the middle mouse button to move things around. It didn't tell us about the right mouse button. So we can change the angle. Yeah, I can't say I'm mad keen on the sound effects. Oh, that's quite interesting. Decided to use a flat texture for those. Now we have our accumulator. It hasn't stored anything. I'm guessing we're going to need to be... Yeah, there we go. We need to be over our demand in order to store power. That's good. Makes sense. And how much can these things store in total then? 7,200 kilowatt hours. It's quite a lot. We're going to do okay for the moment for electricity. We have pipes for water and sewage. How come we don't have a water tank then? Work units will prioritise transporting water. How are we doing for water? We've got 159 and 70. Oh, we've got all that there. We got water. Just sitting on the floor, wouldn't that be evaporating? We got to get some water tanks then. Hold the shift key and the pipe will be generated automatically. I don't even know if we need those. Well, they seem to be moving stuff into there. And that has 2,906 waters. Which is good. Agriculture. No, we don't need that. Do we need a warehouse? I have 3 of those. We've got both of those. How are we doing for research then? Apparently we haven't got anybody doing research unless we've already researched it. That is unfortunately... Oh, there we go, we can actually move that about. Do we already have these things? I think we might already have those things. Slope construction. Saved. Road construction. That's 500 researchers. We can't zoom in on this either. Doesn't actually tell you educational system. Really? Oh, there you go. That's telling you something there. Guessing we need to do material processing first in order to get to these ones. But it didn't do our power distribution, did it? It didn't actually do the research. But we did add stuff to that. Didn't we? Active workers. There's no active workers. No, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe that's the reason, because there's more people in there. About that now. Salary 15 of 0, salary 5 of 0. Yeah, I mean, for what this game is, and I think this is a very small development by maybe 1 or 2 developers. I would imagine this has got quite a small team on it. It's alright. It's not expensive to buy. It's £7 on the UK Steam store. The UI is a little bit clunky. Some of these screens are a little bit information overload and somewhat confusing. Oh, we got staff in here, you see, look. So they're kind of not coming into these research stations, are they? I think we might have 4 people working here now. Do we? Are we actually? No, there's not. This says no active workers. There is no auto work. It doesn't research if there's no workers in there at all. But I can't. I mean, you can put that to 200% and still people are not coming to work there, even though they're getting paid a fortune. And we've got 2 unemployed people. So I think some of this stuff could be explained a little bit better. Research. I'm sure if you sit down and go through this a little bit more, you'll be able to work it out. But it's definitely not very obvious. Did I just see one going in there now? I did. See, changing that to 200% got them there eventually. Let's put that back down to 100, see if they leave. Oh, are we actually doing research now? Yes. Oh, they've all buggered off again. So you've got to pay them more than 100%. Or is it because they only work in the daytime? That might be it. Nobody does research at night. We are making a slight profit as well. It is very small, but we are making one. So overall, yeah, I think this is not a bad effort for a small team. You can kind of see what's going on. It is a pretty basic UI, and then some... It's a bit inconsistent, I would say, in that some cases you've got loads and loads of information. Sometimes it's too much, sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes you have massive, massive walls of text. Oh, we've got some influence. We haven't got any influence points. Influence allows you to unlock policies or alter traditions. So they've kind of taken inspiration from a lot of these different games. Lots of different ideas mixed in together. So you can kind of see some 4X influences and that kind of stuff. Factory design and this kind of stuff, and base building, so yeah. Not too bad. But that is all from me for today. I shall be back again on the weekend with another game from my pile of shame. Until then, I hope you have a pleasant Wednesday, and I shall see you later.